Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and today we have a little bit of a scuffed setup. I am in Houston, Texas for the LCS Spring Finals. I am so excited, but the show must go on. We still have videos to record. I recorded a bunch of videos before I left. I was just, one, a lot of topics and stories I was excited to talk about. Two, I was just in grind mode. And three, I wanted to actually be able to, fully enjoy my time here in Houston. It's like a vacation, a getaway for me. I don't take days off. We constantly are on the grind, but I do still want to record some videos and still need to get some stuff going for next week and all that stuff. But today we have a very big and interesting topic. This one got me in a little bit of hot water. We have a little bit of drama, but also some really big news and statements that kind of come out of the whole thing. Again, as always, take everything with a grain of salt. I don't know. Just be careful because there's so much information and stuff out there right now. But a big update today revolving around TSM and Spica. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it a ton. Hopefully the video quality still ends up being okay. It's a laptop and I'm holding the mic, but I think it should be all right. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out the Patreon. First link in the description below if you want to get early access to all my videos before they go live on YouTube, but also to just help support me, my channel, and my content as well on my journey to hopefully going full-time one day. But with that being said, let's get right into this. So I saw this screenshot posted. I believe it was by Zers, and we can potentially, I don't know if Zers replied or not either, but I do want to pull up Zers' Twitter account because he has a little bit of extra info that goes along with this as well. But I saw this. Zers tweeted this out, and then I ended up tweeting it, and I just put the shrug emoji. It is a Discord message from Papa Smithy. Now, I thought originally this was from the 100 Thieves Discord because, hey, it's Papa Smithy. What Discord is he probably going to be sending messages out in? It turns out that this is actually from Tim Sevenheisen's Discord, the Oracle's Elixir Discord. And I don't know if it's Patreon only. I don't know if it's like semi-private or whatever. I don't really know much about it. But anyway, I saw this come across. It's obviously a very interesting statement, and I posted it. I still don't really think it was that big of a deal. Obviously, Tim got very upset and very mad about it. That turned into kind of a shit-flinging fest of a bunch of, germ bad takes and stuff going around. Whatever. Another day in the life. That was kind of the very first thing that happened to me when I stepped off the plane and got here in Houston. So, wasn't the most fun way to start things, but hey, we're doing all right, whatever. Here's what Papa Smithy had to say. He said, obviously, again, we don't know the full context of this. We don't know what was said before. We don't know what was said was after or anything like that. But here it is. Spica will hold out for TL, C9, EG, or 100 Thieves, or see out his contract and be a free agent. No other scenarios. And I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, he literally says no other scenarios. He says that's what's going to happen. This is partly in response to the Immortals news coming out that Immortals did sign Ignar, which I think is an interesting pickup. They're kind of getting that FlyQuest roster going back together, and somebody was like, oh, if Immortals wants to run Arrow and they want to, have Ignar as well, that's going to be two imports. And then, obviously they're going to go with PoE and they're going to go with their top laner Revenge as well. Then who's going to be jungle? It's got to be a resident. Would Immortals go after Spica? Would Spica want to go to that team? And one, I don't really think that made much sense anyway. I don't think Spica and Power of Evil played that well together previously. Yes, Spica won MVP, but I don't think anyone is really saying that, hey, that duo was so cracked, we should get it back together again. Nor do I think Immortals necessarily has the resources to get Spica, nor do I think that Spica would want to go to Immortals anyway. Maybe this is partly in response to a story that I put out that Golden Guardians was interested in Spica, and I do still believe that to be true. One, I don't know if TSM actually would have moved on from Spica at this point. Maybe they would have, maybe not. But I also, have heard that potentially Golden Guardians didn't have the resources to get Spica. Their offer wasn't, what TSM would have needed if TSM was even looking to move on from him. I still don't know. But again, Smithy here saying Spica will hold out for TLC 9 EG 100 Thieves or see out his contract and be a free agent. No other scenario. So I think it's kind of interesting that he's saying he would potentially leave TSM to go to one of those teams, maybe. And he's saying if not, then he's probably not going to sign a contract extension with TSM, and he may just become a free agent in this offseason, which, again, is really horrible bad news for TSM because he could still come back to them, obviously, but they're taking a big risk by not moving on from him in the summer split and not signing an extension because then he can possibly leave the team for free. Now, Of course, there was some other messages sent by Papa Smithy in this conversation that I want to pull up here. These were all of his messages surrounding that. He is saying Spica to TL Santorin to fly, which I'm assuming is just hypothetical, saying, hey, that could happen. But yeah, that'd be interesting as well. Santorin obviously returning to FlyQuest, Spica going to TL, maybe. He said Spica won't join IMT, no chance. Spica will hold out for one of these teams and see out his contract or be a free agent. No other scenarios. I think I gave you his decision tree. I can't tell you what TLC9 and EG are thinking. They're going very, very veteran with bringing in Ignar. And then that led to, obviously, Tim got mad. He tweeted at me, which I thought was very, very uncharacteristic of him, very uncalled for, and I don't know, just distasteful, rude, weird. The guy that I've never really had a bad interaction with ever just went crazy on me, in my opinion, on Twitter. He ends up deleting the tweet. We go back and forth a little bit, but then he puts this on Reddit as well, where, and he has since changed this a little bit because we had some back and forth, but this was the original message, at least. He said, this screenshot was taken from my server, Oracle's Elixir. A user screenshotted it to generate conversation in the TSM Discord, and Germ grabbed it from there. I think. Again, no, I didn't. That's not true. I got it from Zers. Zers got it from somebody else and posted it on Twitter. He either knew the context and wanted to create drama, or didn't know the context and there should not have broadcasted it. And I don't necessarily think that's true either. I was just posting what I found to be interesting messages. I think a lot of other people will think they're interesting messages as well. And again, if Tim wanted to give the further context, he had every right to do that. He could have replied to my tweet. He could have quoted my tweet. He could have DM'd me and been like, hey, man, here's the further context or whatever. And then I could choose to, add that to my tweet or delete my original tweet or whatever. But no, he chose to take to Twitter, stir up some drama, attack me, chooses to go to Reddit, stir up some drama, attack me, and never reach out to me, anything. I didn't, get messages, DMs from him, nothing like that. He says, here's the context. So want to provide you guys with Tim's version of the context as well. He says, Alejandro had just reported IMT had signed Ignar and wanted a domestic jungler now. Someone asked whether IMT would be able to get Spica. Papa Smithy said that if Spica were going to go somewhere other than TSM for summer, he would want to join a top 4 team. Otherwise, he would wait to become a free agent later this year. In other words, Papa Smithy was explaining why he did not think Spica joining IMT for summer was a possibility. So that's the context. I'm sorry that this drama sprang up over nothing. And I really have no idea what Tim is saying there, because what he's saying is the context is exactly what I get from reading this. He says Spica will hold out for TLC9 EG 100 Thieves or see out his contract and be a free agent. None of that to me reads like Spica is leaving TSM. In fact, right before this, even an hour before, I tweeted, because I had previously tweeted, hey, Golden Guardians is interested in Spica. TSM might move on from him. Who knows? I had previously tweeted that I expect, from what I'm hearing, Spica is now expected to stay on TSM for the 2022 summer split. Again, I don't know if that's because TSM really wants to keep him, if they're going to sign an extension, if there was just no suitable offers out there for TSM, or if Spica wants to stay or whatever. I don't know, but I had tweeted I thought he was going to stay. So then why would Tim go to assume that I'm saying, Spica is leaving TSM, or that I'm stirring up some drama or anything like that? I'm just saying Papa Smithy is saying that he thinks Spica is going to either hold out for one of these top 4 teams or be a free agent. That means he believes that Spica is not going to be signing an extension with TSM. Not that he's leaving the team, not that he's leaving the offseason, nothing like that. I don't know. Tim just very, very strangely twisted our words, and I don't know, go on to find out that he just doesn't really like my style, doesn't really like my stuff. So it was all coming from a place already. It wasn't just this in isolation. I don't know, super, super weird. But anyway, the latest for TSM and Spica is that I do expect Spica to be on TSM for the summer split of 2022. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. I'm sure some other teams are going to be interested in him. Again, Spica obviously did not sign an extension with TSM before this year started. I don't think anything that happened in the spring split made Spica more likely to re-sign with TSM. So if he denied an extension then, I'm sure he's still denying extensions now. But it seems like they will play out the summer split, which I think is very, very risky for TSM. But I also understand, from both perspectives, because yes, Spica wants to join a top team, but none of those 4 teams are going to, take Spica on for summer split. They all have really, really good junglers. They're all in good spots. But maybe in the offseason, things could change. But it's seeming like, Spica might just play out his contract with TSM, become a free agent this offseason, and who knows what's going to happen after that. But that is pretty much every video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is a smart move for Spica to ride out his contract with TSM? Do you think he should want to go to a different team than one of these 4? Do you think he should re-sign with TSM? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out the Patreon, first link in the description below. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then. Peace.